guys? How you doing? Oh, that just resetted the game. That's okay. That works. Welcome to a live stream of Boundary Break. I haven't done this in a while. I'm trying to keep it down to once a month. That's okay. Oh no! I can hear myself. That's terrible. Mute. There we go. Sweet. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be doing a live stream of Ocarina of Time. It's been long overdue. And I figured I just wanted some company today. And I got this huge chat window I'm going to show you guys right now to see what you guys are saying. So I'm doing my very best to catch any questions that you guys have so that I can answer it for you. But if you need to get a hold of me and you feel like you're getting lost in a sea of comments, you can use Super Chat, which is right next to the emoji. And that's right there next to that little face. But you don't got to do that. I'm going to do my very best to just answer questions anyway. But if you do it, it helps me out and, you know, whatever. Anyways, let's get started with this thing. And hopefully this is balanced. Balance. Okay. Just checking the chat real quick. But it looks like nothing's going on, so we're just going to get this going. At least I think we are. Oh, good. We're perfect. Thanks, dude. Sad X fan says, nice shades. Okie doke. So here we are in Hyrule Marketplace. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys first was the reality that all 2D textured areas actually have 3D models behind them. Now, I've shown you this in the episode before, but I didn't really get into a good look of it. So I figured we can do that now. Someone asked if I'll ever do Outlast as a Boundary Break episode. I've never really played those games. I was interested in them initially, and then I saw the reception of the first game, and I was like, oh, okay, so maybe I should pass on it. And I know there's this new one that's out, but it doesn't really look like it's generating a lot of buzz. And, camera, come on, bro. So I don't know if I'll be covering it. You know, there's always a possibility, but you might notice that there's no sound, and that's because Nintendo likes to claim YouTube videos via the sound, the music that's being used. That's their ticket. That's their hot ticket to getting that sweet YouTube ad revenue. So my solution to that is just to have no music. So I do apologize if you guys like a little bit of Ocarina of Time jingle jangles to accompany stuff like this, but for this stream we're not going to be doing that. Anyways, one thing I wanted to show you guys that was not in the episode was that for character models, I've noticed it was like with the big husky female characters, if you go inside of them, they have triangles that are, there's like 6 in total, and they're parallel, as you can see here. Now, you might think, oh, you're just talking about one lady. Well, no. Let's try another one. Let's go over this way. We'll try this lady out. See if there's any questions. Someone called me Boundary Break. Sorry, dude. Thanks for being a big fan, though. They stole the Triforce. I wanted to say that so bad. I was hoping it would be yellow triangles, and I was hoping it would only be 3 of them. But unfortunately, I can't make that claim because it's neither of those things. Oh, look at that face. Beautiful. Ooh! Okay, so anyways, if we take the camera inside her body, you can see they're flesh-toned triangles. Here's a little puppy dog for you. The comments. Why do they have triangles? I honestly don't know. I think it could have been for testing. It could have been like they can contort their bodies. This is just speculative, and someone might know the exact answer. So I'm giving you like a just a guess answer. And one of the things that it could be is that these triangles could pop out of the body if it's contorted the wrong way, and it can essentially be used to measure whether or not they're contorting too much. That's probably a really bad guess, honestly, but it's fun to try to make sense out of this stuff. So Elliot 7008 says, please do a ukulele boundary break. And dude, it's happening. So the only thing that's holding it up is the prospect of having Playtonic as guests on the episode. So it would have already come out like early this month, but because I actually got the attention of Team 17 and then Playtonic themselves, I had like they had me submit questions, and oh, she has triangles too. Huh, interesting. She's very embarrassed by it. She's like, don't look at my triangles. Oh. Yeah, so anyways, I'm giving them a shot to see if they send back a video with answers to questions, because that's incredibly valuable to viewers of my show, to be able to get the answers to questions. Red Bull and soda water, not beer, by the way. To get the answers to questions that we've been asking ourselves all this time while watching Boundary Break. So, got to give them a shot, but at the same time, I can't just sit on the episode forever. As time goes on, the ukulele episode will lose its relevancy, and I'd love to just get it out to you guys sooner than later. So what I'll do is, if they don't get back to me by the end of the month, I'm going to release it on the end of the month, and if they do get back to me after that, we'll do a follow-up episode. Oh, wow. I just had a Canadian accent for a second there. Canadian, well, now I'm saying Canadian. We'll do a follow-up episode with Banjo-Kazooie. Anyways, thank you for the question, by the way. Nice beard, bro. Yeah, thanks, Valorheart. No, I gotta shave this down. I'm getting grizzled. It's, people are starting to worry about me. They're like, you're just in your bedroom all day making videos and letting your beard grow out. I'm kind of concerned about you. So, I don't want to worry people anymore. I just want to shave it and look like a normal person. So anyways, here's the people in the market area. They all have butt ugly faces. And my favorite, of course, is the person who owns the market. Looks like he has like a little mustache, but it's hard to tell because he's so like low poly and like very unpolished. And he also has a face on the back of his head, which is awesome. By the way, it's a good thing I don't have sound on the game right now, because all you'd be hearing constantly is Link like yawning like that. You see right here, you just be hearing him go which is not good, and you will be hearing it quite often if there is sound. Someone said, I misheard you saying you let your beard grow out. I wish beard could grow. I'd have a garden on both the front and backyard. Man. Anthony Stark asks, how are you so awesome? I'm not. I like to think that most people are a fan of the show, not me, of course. I'm more of a vessel to give you guys this information. Oh, Black Toast donated $2, and he said, shut up and take my money. Love you and your content. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it, man. I do. Thank you. Mr. Lent says, what are you drinking? I am drinking Red Bull and soda water. So it's like probably like this much Red Bull and then like that much soda water. Let's see. So why do they do the town that way? Where is the 3D town? Where there is a 3D town with 2D texture overlay. So Sazzle 1, the fact that they have like this weird beta town that's actually in 3D is unusual. I checked out other games that use this similar method, like Resident Evil 2, and they don't have anything like this. So to see something like this is unusual, although they definitely did this in the first place so that it made it easier to draw the background on top of it. So like they have the environment that Link can walk in, and they don't have to guess how far he can go before he hits a wall. The wall's actually there. And then in post, they can draw up this pre-rendered background that they thought at the time looked better, and then put that over the 3D images so that it could, you know, in their mind, look a lot better. Although I don't really agree with that. And in fact, in the 3DS remake, it is full 3D. And I have to admit, it looks a heck of a lot better. Look at this old man. So one of the things you guys might be noticing is that I'm doing a lot of close-ups on the character models. This is not something I was able to do in the episode because it was 30 minutes already, but it is a commonly known fact that you don't really get a good look at any of the townspeople in both Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. So I wanted to take a moment to show you guys what's going on with these characters, show them up close and personal so you can get a good look at them, and also check out these cool little triangles that are in all their freaking bodies. Philly Mays, I'm assuming that's a play on Billy Mays, says, why did Bush do 9/11? You know, that's a politic question. No, that's really more of a conspiracy question. No, I suppose it's still a politic question because I'm assuming that if you're full-blooded Republican, you would not be making a statement like that, I'm assuming. Although anybody can be anyone, I suppose. So anybody can say anything. But I really don't have an answer to that. I don't really look into conspiracy theories. I also don't like to talk about politics all that much, and it's not because... Well, actually, here's the real reason. Look at this dude. He's got like the same beard as me. Look at that. Just need to give him a hat. Beep beep politics alert. No, but I was just going to explain, you know, if I did a politics channel, then of course you guys should be coming to me for politics, but I do genuinely believe that people have all sorts of different ideas and philosophies about life and how they should live. And that's where politics starts to get separated. And yes, people get very passionate about it. I understand that. And you feel like your way is the right way and the other way is the wrong way. And I feel like for me, as a person that is providing entertainment for video games, it's a completely different medium. And I really have no business telling you what to believe in as far as anything that has to do with politics. So that's why I don't touch on it. That's why I don't comment it at all. I know that, like, the real, like, a lot of people are probably thinking the real answer is, like, it's career suicide because you end up dividing your audience. But in all fairness, like, before I ever did YouTube, I've always felt that way, that, you know, everyone has the right to feel however they want to feel about whether it's politics or religion or whatever. And I do feel like commentating on it just kind of sets off some people, and I understand why. So here's Hyrule Castle, dudes. Oh, I don't mean to ignore anybody. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Just making sure. Scrolling up. Okay. I don't think I missed anything. Scrolling down. Yeah, some people are making comments about the answer to the question I had there. What is this? It says chat offline in stream? What does that mean? I can still read people's things in the chat. My favorite bands. That was asked by Harry Dauble. Okay, my favorite bands. I'm not really a musically inclined guy, to be true to myself, so I don't have like 20 bands that I could list off the top of my head. But there has been a couple of bands that have broken the boundary between me and my disinterest in music. And those bands are Blink-182, big time. That's my #1 favorite band. I could do karaoke for that. Wow, I'm just all over the place. I'm not even nervous. I'm just having a hard time speaking. I could do karaoke for Blink-182 for days. Another band that I really like is Weezer, Green Day, Less Than Jake, Temper Trap, Two Door Cinema Club. They're really good. I love Two Door Cinema Club. Display chat ain't working. Oh! Oh, okay, so it's not showing up on the stream. Weird. Okay. Alright, I guess I should fix that real quick. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing on my computer screen. I wasn't expecting to jump out real quick. Okay, pop out, pop out. And you know what? I'm probably gonna have to... You guys let me know if this works. Probably not, huh? Probably gonna have to go back to my settings. Re-add it again. No, it works, right? No? Yeah, that's not working. Ah. Guess I can answer a question real quick while the stream catches up with me. Let me see. I just noticed the models aren't doing that weird flattening thing when you rotate the camera like the other N64 games. How come? It's because I'm using the GameCube port of it. So it looks like it's not working. Okay, we're just gonna have to add it again. I don't know why I have ABC stuck in my head. There you go, fellers. Move to the bottom. Okay, maybe not move to the bottom. Move to the top. Cut off my head. And move it down. And move it down once more, and we should be good to go again. Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. We're back in action. Hope that it makes you guys happy. Hope that it makes some of you guys leave out of boredom. Shazam. Okay. What's your favorite specific color? Like shade and hue and everything. That was Alana Balaga. Alana, my favorite color is green, and it's like a darker shade of green, so not like lime green. Lime green I could do without. But like the kind of green that you see on a beautifully cut lawn, that's my favorite shade of green. I actually have a lot of clothes with that. It's basically like the color that Link's wearing right now is a tunic. That's my favorite shade of green. So, back to action here. A lot of backdrops have really, really low resolution 2D textures to represent the towns. So over here you can see the Temple of Time in super low res, which is really cool. We got, of course, the Hyrule Marketplace right here. And I'll be showing you some more of that as we move along. But, what do we got? Edgar says, what's wrong with lime green? It's too similar to yellow. That's what's wrong with it. I don't like yellow. And then lime green is like the close relative to yellow. So, there you go. Show a zoom out of Hyrule Castle. I did do that already. So we're going to move on for now, because there is actually a lot to show you guys. Just checking the chat. Like last time, there were some people that were giving me some smaller donations, and I missed it completely because it just leaves the super chat so quickly. So now I feel like I have to... Wait, A+ starts in here? Is that right? don't see him. All right, gonna try to find a question and move on real quick. Top of the Peaks asks, what's your favorite Link from the Zelda series? Mine is A Link to the Past Link. My favorite Link is the original NES Link, because, and the reason for that is he's got, oh, I wonder if I have the little character model somewhere. I should have it somewhere in my room. One sec. Let me see if I can find you. Where you at? Oh, I just hit my head. Yeah, I got my own little mini Link somewhere. Fuck it. I'm just gonna bring my stuff over. Oh, found him. Okay. So this is my favorite Link right here. This is from the original NES Zelda. I like him because if you notice on his face right there, he looks serious. Now he's a little bit on the smaller side, obviously, because he's supposed to represent his original NES counterpart. But I just like the yellow rim on the hat. I love the brown sleeves, and I like that he always had a serious look on his face. Like, you know, Skyward Sword Link has those weird, like, big poofy lips, and he smiled a lot. Didn't really care for that. I like a Link that looks serious, but also knows that he can get away with not wearing pants. So that last part's not really why I like the original Link. Show his face closer. Okay. Let me see. Hopefully it focuses. I bet you it's not gonna, but that's right. I don't want my Link smiling. By the way, you can see here that when it's, oh, that's not right. It's supposed to look like this, kind of. There you go. It's supposed to look something like that in the actual game, but it's stretching because of widescreen. And when you move the door, you can actually see that the texture has a door behind it. Thank you, chat, for constantly letting people know what I'm drinking, by the way. So I don't have to say it like over and over again. The Dylan says, she says prefers no pants confirmed. That's not a real confirmation. I promise you. You don't have to hide your kids from me. That's so weird. Oh yeah, there was another thing I wanted to show you here too. Out here you can see, out here in the field. You can see Hyrule Field. There's like this is again something that was in the episode, but I figure I'd give you guys another look. Oh, $5 donation from Confused Virgo says, one thing I am not confused about is the quality of content on this channel. Love it, man. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you, dude. I really do appreciate that. You know, it's funny. It's nice to hear comments like that. Because, like, when I put out the Chrono Trigger episode, you worry about, like, little things that you shouldn't worry about if you weren't doing this as a career, which I don't even like saying out loud. I'm doing this as a career. But, you know, like, when nobody really watched the... Uh-oh. No! Oh, snap. Am I going to actually be on the top? Nice. That was completely by accident. But it still works. I can show you what I wanted to show you. Anyways, yeah, when no one watched the Chrono Trigger episode, it makes you feel like they're only there for the particular games that you cover, not the basis of your show. Like, for example, like, I get it. I totally get it. No one has to tell me why this is the case. But, like, Pro Jared can, like, do an episode on Kid Clown, a game that no one's ever played ever on the Super Nintendo, and get, like, 1 million views. But like my show is different. It's like I can get a good amount of views for covering something like Super Mario Bros. 3, which is awesome. But then like if I want to cover something like Chrono Trigger, you'll get a substantially a lot less amount of views. It's like crazy. Like I don't think Chrono Trigger is gonna break 80,000 this week, if I'm gonna guess, which is bad compared to how it's been lately. Lately, I've been actually breaking 200,000 views per episode, which is awesome. But it makes you wonder. It's like, okay, so I guess like people don't really care about, you know, the show. They just care about seeing their favorite games boundary broken. And if it's not their favorite game, then they don't care. Oh, that was quick. Kathy said you're cuter than Pro Jared. But you know what? Pro Jared's got a way cooler personality than me. He's got me there. And you know what? Beauty's subjective, so he could also be a more handsome man if he ever ran a poll on it. The Games Boys. Thanks, dude. I read your comment. Trinitronity says, when are you going to do any of the Fire Emblem games as an episode? I've been actually mulling that idea around for a good while. Like, Pat the cameraman, he loves Fire Emblem. And so very early on, I was like, hey, you want me to do a Fire Emblem episode just to kind of impress you? Yes, I'm that shallow sometimes. We're all human. And he's like, yeah, we should do it. And so we've been like talking about doing the Wii episode. I'm sorry, the Wii version, Radiant Dawn? Is that it? Fire Emblem? We've been talking about doing that episode for a while. But every single week, something better, a better prospect would come up. You know, it's like, oh, we could do Fire Emblem this week. And then all of a sudden someone's like, hey, I have a way of doing Splatoon. You want to do a Splatoon episode? And it's like, yeah. And then once everything settles down, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I think we can finally do Fire Emblem this week. And then someone comes at me and is just like, hey, I just got the camera codes for Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm just, what? Okay, let's do that. So that's exactly why I haven't done a Fire Emblem episode, is because I do respect the Fire Emblem series, but there's just been better prospects that keep popping up that I'm personally more interested in. Someone's asking if this is going to be a published video. I'd say it's very likely it's going to be a published video, so don't worry about it. If you got to take off, by all means, you'll only hurt my feelings a lot, but I'm only a person on the internet, so it's okay. And then you can watch it later, and then you can, you know, sit there with your guilt as you see this portion of the video. Good going. All right. Do Lost Woods. Okay, no problem. Let's do it. Hey, chat. Let me know. Just bomb the chat right now. Mods, don't delete any messages. When I speed up the game like this to try to get to the Lost Woods faster, does it mess up the latency of the chat? I'm sorry, the stream. Let me know, because it gets me there faster. Someone asked me if I can boundary break Majora's Mask 3D, and it's possible. All right, good. Yeah, thank you, chat. All right, no more. You don't have to bomb it no more. Just saying. But I did ask you guys to do that, so don't worry about it. I'm not holding no grudges. I'm taking the consequences of my actions here. All right, Lost Woods, boyos. This is what it looks like. So this is how it works, right? Bluto44 asks, what do you use to do this? A computer, a mouse, and a keyboard. A stable internet connection. And Red Bull and soda water. So, anyways, the way this works is the ones that are triangular, those will send you back to the start, and the ones that are not triangular will lead you to the next area. See? And then that triangular area will bring you back. This non-triangular area will keep it going. Keep that madness going, yo. Waylon Park says, she says, I'm the guy who made the anniversary video for your last month. And dude, I love that video. It got me a little bit choked up, I gotta admit. I felt it was slightly unpolished and a little bit rushed. Well, you know, that's the thing is, watch the first episode of Boundary Break. Was that super polished? No. You know, you gotta keep going. You gotta look at your past work, learn from it, and improve. That's all. For what it's worth, I really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate that you made that, dude. It was really cool. Anyways, he finishes by saying, though I was happy in the end how it came out. What did you think? Well, there you go. Someone asked, what kind of soda water? Fortunately, this is all that was at Walmart at the moment. I wanted to buy a 24-pack, so I didn't have to keep going to the store, and I could remain a cave dweller, not leave my house. But, unfortunately, they were all sold out of plain seltzer water. Plain seltzer water is actually really hard to find, believe it or not. Try to go to a convenience store and find plain seltzer water in a 12-pack. It's anywhere but a grocery store. Try to find seltzer water. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Liam McDonald asks, she says, what's your favorite area in Ocarina of Time? That's a good question. My favorite area in Ocarina of Time. That's tough because I'm really trying to tap into my childhood senses right now and just remember exactly what areas really excited me as a kid. Jeez, it's not coming to me, honestly. Maybe the Zoro Domain? Valor Hart asked, what exactly is soda water? Is it sweet? I hope that's an ironic question. Not to insult your intelligence, but here you go. You go soda. Soda is just bubbles, right? And then water is water. So you take bubbles and water, put it together, and what do you get? Bibbidi bobbidi boom. Water with bubbles. Okay. Someone said you're an astounding YouTuber. No? You guys got some rose-tinted glasses on right now. I'm pretty mediocre. What is the best Zelda race? The best Zelda race is the Gerudos, I think. Although, no, the Moblins. The Moblins are easily the coolest. But it depends on which version of the game you go to see what the Moblins are, because the Moblins constantly change drastically, and I hate that. It's like, just, I love the way they looked in the original game, and I would love to see, a modern adaptation of that isn't just wildly changed. Sal says, we're just drunk. Alright, no problem, Sal. If in that case, right on, buddy. At least you're not drunkenly angry at me. That's always a good start. Boundary Break of Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I could do that. I don't think anybody wants to see a Boundary Break episode of Breath of the Wild, though. I don't think, like, yeah, I don't really think that a lot of people want to see that episode. I think they'd rather see, like, you know, Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Stadium, yeah, thank you, the bro. That's another one. Gorons are okay. They're a little overplayed. I don't think any one race in Zelda should really have a priority over all the others. Like, the Gorons show up in almost every single game now, and they're almost always completely unchanged by time. They always look the same, which is good. They should always look the same. But at the same time, it's like, the Gerudos were cool too. You really shouldn't have put them in the sidelines for so long, you know? It took until Breath of the Wild to finally see them again. Excuse me. Woo. Pardon me. And then the Zoras, they come back, but they keep messing with them. They keep changing the way they look and stuff. And I think they looked awesome the way they did in Ocarina of Time. I just don't get it. This is what the thumbnail is. Ba-boom. I don't think Zelda has those weird triangles, by the way, and we'll find out. Flowey the Flower says, how do I be mod? Well, Flowey, I played your game, and I know your tricks, so you're not going to be a mod. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on Shmee. Oh, donation from George. Hey, George! I remember you, dude. Have a beer on me, or two. You're awesome. No, you're awesome, dude. Thank you. We'll just pretend this is beer. Thank you very kindly. That was very nice of you. Someone said, is PewDiePie? She says, heck no. If I was PewDiePie, I'd be living in a mansion right now. It would be beautiful. I wouldn't be living in a crappy apartment in Belgium or wherever he is at the moment. I don't get that at all. It's like, if you have all that money, you might as well just at least get a house. Like, it doesn't have to be a mansion. I think that's a little upset. Like, that's too much. But, like, at least treat yourself to a nice small home. But then again, there's a lot of people that just really enjoy the city. And I think that's what his deal is. I think he just enjoys the city. And I think that area that he's in right now, wherever it is his version of the city. Oh, yeah, let me show you guys something. There you go. This was not in the episode. Link with She Says glasses? Cool. How about She Says with She Says glasses? Thanks, Luke. I see that you subbed. You're my subby buddy now. I think everybody in this chat is my subby buddy. At least I would hope so. Hope that... Well, I mean, it's cool, too, if there's any randos. They're just, like, popping in. It's just like, what is this? If there's any randos in the chat, anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, maybe never even seen an episode of Boundary Break before, let me know. I'll give you a shout-out. Check this out. So it's like a whole box. See? Ain't that cool? And then if you move the menu around, that's what it looks like when you move in the menu. You like that? You like that? Did your boy She Says hook you up there? Someone said they gotta go to a job interview. Boo! Where to get these glasses? I got them off of Amazon. Type in triangle shades. Dun 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 dun. I just found your channel and you look like a nice guy. Well, you got to get to know me better. I can be a real jerk. No. What camera do you have when you are off camera? Please show. When I'm off camera? What does that mean? I don't have it. So, You mean, like, what do I have when I'm on camera? Because that would make more sense. Alright. The Wasteland. Where's my dog? He's on the outside of the door right now. He does want to come in, but it's kind of cramped in here right now. I moved my regular office chair so that I don't accidentally knock over this wall partition, because that was a problem. This little rinky-dink chair makes sure that I don't knock anything over. Although it's kind of hurting my butt. I kind of want to put a pillow underneath the seat right now. Bongo, bongo. If I knew what the hotkey was for wireframe mode, I would show you, because I think that bongo bongo is actually in here somewhere. Tanapon, yeah, oh, jeez, you got a name that's really hard to pronounce, my friend. He says I can't donate, and that's all right, dude. No need to donate. It's a nice thing to do, and it just, you know, check it out. I noticed you without having to donate a dime, so it's all good. Let me see. Dun, dun. Let's do a close-up of a Redead. Can you show the lens of truth? It's just a texture overlay. So all it does is it just hangs on the screen even when you're moving the camera around. So a Redead's face is tree bark. With a bony spine. And they have no triangles in their bodies. There was something I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, people don't seem to like the Redeads all that much. They are very scary to some people. Don't worry, guys. I'll keep you safe. You don't have to be afraid on my stream. I'm brave for you. Let me see. Just want to show you Death Mountain off in the distance. Did someone say ew? Why ew? Oh, family friendly? Come on, guys. You know I wouldn't show you anything that's not appropriate. Let's see. Legit, I remember being very afraid of Redeads as well, growing up. I mean, the scream. It's the scream that does you in, and then, like, you feel vulnerable because it's the only enemy that can, like, latch onto you. It frightens you first, and then it latches onto you. It's a very, like, horror movie type monster for this game, without a doubt. I don't think the developers had any... I'm sure they knew exactly what they were doing, is what I was trying to say. So here's something that's really strange, okay? So the front texture is obviously the set of mountains before you reach Death Mountain itself. However, Death Mountain is actually ahead of these layers. It's just that this layer has layer priority, so it always looks like it's in front of it. But if you look at it from the side, you can actually see it's right there. See? That's the space in between the two. Isn't that strange? It's weird. boom, boom. Cool thing here is that the water flow actually is connected. Goes out one grate and into another. Oh, the culling. Will I ever play Roblox? I don't even know what that is. So no. Just in case you guys ever wanted to see what is around the bend here. It's a triangle. Link has to squeeze right through this teeny tiny crack in the wall to get to Kakariko Village. Actually, what? Are you telling me that if you play this game on your own time, you could see that yourself? Is that really what's going on here? Because that's kind of an oversight on the developer's part if that's the case. I'm using magic. Find a triangle in Jabu Jabu. I might be able to do that. Got the Kakariko Village. By the way, guys, the episode for this week is going to be Resident Evil 7, in case you guys don't follow me on Twitter. Excuse me. Oof, oof, ew, ew, ew. Yo, you guys are repeating questions. Come on. Give me some new and exciting questions. Do I have a P.O. box? I don't, unfortunately. I'm just worried that you guys are going to send me half the stuff that iDubbbz gets on his channel. So I just don't even bother. Someone, it was Dimenzio, says, what's your opinion on speedrunning? I think it's a great subculture. I'm so glad to see it finally thrive thanks to Twitch and, of course, YouTube with YouTubers like Summoning Salt. Great YouTuber. If you're not willing to keep up with all the speedrunning community news and runs as they happen, Summoning Salt's got you covered. He has a series where he takes you through the history of certain games and their speedruns, and I highly, highly recommend checking that channel out. It's really good. But that's actually perfect to explain how I feel about the whole thing. I'm not really big into speedrunning. I'm not a speedrunner myself, and it's a huge investment to get into that subculture, because you have to essentially be doing what you're doing right now, which is watching people live stream and just repeat and repeat until they finally get it. And you have to be invested with those people to see a world record happen. Now that takes a lot of dedication to me as a viewer. You know, I just can't see myself doing it. You know, but it is absolutely a great thing for gaming, and I would support it 100% of the way. It just I just don't know how to get into it without, you know, personally getting bored, and only getting bored because you're going to be seeing a lot of failed speedruns, you know, a lot of failed attempts at the world record. And that's where I have a problem with speedrunning as a viewer. Oh, there's more triangles. Oh, this one has a specific texture on it. You see that? What is your texture, lady? Can we find that on her body? Is it on her shoes? No. Oh, it's on her blouse. Okay, it's the button on her blouse. Interesting. Is Pat ever coming back? Manic does 020 asked that. And yeah, Pat's of course coming back. What happened was I needed a break from not Pat specifically, but just getting in front of the camera and you know, trying to think of what to say in the outro. I was kind of getting burnt out from that. It's like you get in front of the camera, and like most of the time I have things I actually want to get out to you folks, and so I know exactly what I'm going to say. But then it just became like almost mundane, and it's like, all right, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. You know, it just felt robotic and not fun. And so I didn't want to rope Pat into that. I needed a break. And it was supposed to be just a 2-minute break. 2-minute break? What? I meant to say a 2-week break. It was supposed to be a 2-week break, and then on the 3rd week, I asked him to come by, but I waited till like the last second to ask him, and so he couldn't. He had plans already. But I'm going to make sure I lock him in for this week for sure, for the Resident Evil 7 episode. But thank you for that question. I saw another question. Someone said something about ukulele again. Mike Shue says, are you doing a ukulele episode? It's going to be the 29th of this month. Hopefully we'll have the Platonic developers. Someone just asked me, Rarity Brony says, Team Fortress 2 boundary break, she says. And literally, I was mulling the idea this week. I did a little bit of testing, and it wasn't really working out for me. I couldn't find anything that great. It was also very combative dev commands because it's a multiplayer game instead of a single-player game. So, never say never, but I think I would need people's help with that one to find stuff because it just seems like it's going to be a much harder endeavor than a regular episode. Now this creeped me out way more than Redeads. Like, I know that you're just helping these people, but look at the terror on these people's faces. You know? It's just, yeah. Goodness. Like, what were they thinking? I think that's really the staple of a good game, though, is that there's a lot of beautiful moments. There's a lot of funny, lighthearted moments. And then there's just stuff like this that really tests your level of bravery, you know? And to have that nice landscape of emotions when going through a game really says something and really leaves a mark on you when you come back to it, I feel. No, I'm not really worried about getting banned from Team Fortress 2. Because you can make your own servers, and then you can set the rules yourself on your own server, your own private server. So that's not a big deal. The problem really is that it would take so long to figure out what's good, you know, any good secrets. I know that the Skybox thing that was in the Portal 2 episode, we could revisit that, and I can explain it better now that everybody on the internet has let me know that I was being a dum-dum. And not referring to it as a skybox, but I would need help with that one. I definitely would need like the community to like submit footage for me and stuff. It's a shame too because there's this amazing animator. Oh geez, and I forget his name. How about that? But I've seen his stuff. He just recently, you guys might know who I'm talking about. He just recently did a cartoon for, I think it's a YouTube channel called Mashable. And he did this Luigi cartoon where like Luigi goes through reality and the world of Super Mario Brothers. And it was beautifully animated. And he wanted to work with me before that animation. And the game he wants to do is Team Fortress 2. So when I ever do get around to finally doing a Team Fortress 2 episode, you're going to see an amazing, amazing animation. Like really high quality stuff. It's just that I have such a hard time collecting footage for it. I know I'm going to have an easier time collecting footage for Resident Evil 7. And that's why we're doing that episode this week instead. Mashed. Yeah, I think. Master Sword, what's going on, dude? Master Sword is a great YouTuber. He does he makes his own music based off of other YouTubers' videos. So even YouTubers that I don't like, you know, I'm not gonna name any. Want to talk about career suicide? Just hate on other YouTubers. But even if you don't like the YouTubers that he covers, the songs are really cool, and you just got to admire the fact that he managed to make catchy songs out of basic dialogue. It's really interesting. So, if you guys have a chance, check out Master Sword, and then type in Master Sword on the YouTube search engine and look for one of his remixes, and you might find a YouTuber that you like that he's done a remix on. Not me though. He hasn't done me. I keep begging him. I even offered to pay him. I offered to pay you, Master Sword, when you were hurting. Oh, thanks for the $1 donation, Kevin. Kevin the Wolfie. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I offered to pay you, and even then you wouldn't do it. Something about that pride over there. You don't like me enough. I don't know why. I think I'm a sweetheart. I don't think I deserve to be neglected. But, you know, I'm a fan. That's all I'm trying to say. But you guys should definitely check out his channel. Waylon Park says, I sent you a DM on Twitter about the TF2 video. You actually want to go through with it. If you actually want to go through with it, I recommend checking it out. Okie dokie. Thanks, dude. I'll check it out later. Would I consider doing an on-rail shooter? Absolutely. On-rail shooters are some of the most restricted games of all time, so to boundary break those would be ideal. It would be a great time. The Master Sword said, I didn't think I rejected you. No, dude, I was just friend zone, that's all. No. Casted me to the friend dimension. Here's Death Mountain. This Death Mountain was covered by the great and powerful Zeltic, one of the most amazing Zelda YouTubers of all time. You know what? I'll just say it. He is the most amazing Zelda-related YouTuber of all time. And he was gracious enough to commentate on this zoom out of Death Mountain for me for the original Ocarina of Time episode. I do have a Steam account, Night Fire Gamer. If anybody wants to add me on Steam and see what I'm doing on there, or give me free games because I'm shallow and I'll take it, it's just She Says. You just type in She Says in the user search and you'll find me. Do I do shoutouts? Yeah, I do. Depends on what you're wanting a shoutout for, but absolutely. Yeah, Stefanope. He says, please do a boundary break on Luigi's Mansion. Guess what, dude? It's out. Just look for a playlist, type in boundary break, go to the playlist, and then check out Luigi's Mansion. And then while you're there, you can see the entire list of all the episodes I've done in the past. So if there's any other episodes you wanted to see, they'll be right there in that little list on the side, on the right side of the playlist. And you can check them out. Check out all the episodes that I've done in the past. Is it possible to break 360 games? 360 and Xbox One games? If they had a PC release, honestly. The hacking community has like no interest in Microsoft consoles for some reason. So it's I'm kind of out of luck there. I would love to do Gears of War. Gears of War is possible, I suppose, because there is a couple of PC releases. And DGR, Deep Gaming Research, aka Neko Run, found a dev camera for the game. So it looks like I can cover it to an extent, but there's still complications with it. So, you know. Someone wants to do an episode on Dead Rising, which would be really cool. But again, I wouldn't be able to get that footage. It would have to be from someone else. Rarity Brony says, how about Rick and Morty VR? I will do a Rick and Morty VR episode if What should my terms be for doing a Rick and Morty VR episode? I don't know. No, they would have to. I'd have to get a collab. Why am I thinking Grant Kirkhope? Yeah, Grant Kirk. Okay, that's it. I will do an episode on Rick and Morty VR if Grant Kirkhope collabs with me on it. He has nothing to do with the episode or the game. He'd just have to be there. Mike Block says, Derek, let's hang out. Dude, come on by. Pop in. Be part of the stream. Dude, we've been going on for an hour. Holy crap. But you know what? I'll keep it going. I'm still having a good time. There's still a lot to show you guys. So. Oh, crap. I just saved over. Okay. So I gotta slow the game down so I can show you guys what's going on with Sheik over here. Oh, I can't. I can't slow it down. Oh, wait, can I? Yeah, I think I can slow it down still. Yeah, I can. That won't shut off the stream. Hashtag get Grant. No, you know what I want? No, don't bother Grant about that, please. I really would like for him to be in the ukulele episode. So please don't get on Twitter and bother him. But you can totally bother the creator of Rick and Morty, whose name is escaping me right now, even though I follow him on Twitter and love his show and watch YouTube's videos about him, including an interview that he did with Ethan Klein. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. Can someone help me out in the chat? The co-creator of Rick and Morty does the voices as well. Jeez, I'm gonna be so mad when someone... Yeah, Justin Roiland. Thanks, guys. Why? Why couldn't I think of his name? I like the guy a lot. I think he's hilarious. But yeah, if I can get him to collab on the episode, I totally would. Just for fun. Just because Justin Roiland is totally a dude that I could see myself hanging out with. So that's how Sheik ends up jumping into the water, by the way. She's at the tree trunk. Right? Keep a close eye, and all of a sudden she just warps. Just warps. Right there. Drops down. And then you got... and then she just disappears when she hits the water. Kevin the Wolfie donated $2. Thanks, dude. And he says, will you boundary break Spyro the Dragon? Yeah, I mean, I will. It's not on the top of my list. I've never played Spyro growing up, so I always wanted to because it was one of the first games to introduce flying into a 3D game. So, and I know you might count Mario, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to fly in Mario. And you technically don't really fly in Spyro either, if I recall. You glide, if I think. But I never played it. But that wouldn't stop me, of course. I really want to get to Crash Bandicoot first, though. I see that you guys... oh, let me speed it back up now. I see you guys are trying to get my attention from Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time. Now, like with other systems, I have to like really think about it. I'm like, oh, geez, favorite GameCube game? No, I don't know. But like PlayStation 2, without a doubt, hands down, it's just leagues above anything else, including Kingdom Hearts and whatever. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time, and I would absolutely cover it as an episode if it were possible. But unfortunately, it's not possible. Just not yet. If it ever does become possible, I would cover it in a heartbeat. Even though I know it won't get as many views as, you know, I don't know, like an Overwatch episode or something like that. I would do it because it would just make me happy, you know? Which Crash game am I wanting to do? Neko Run is helping me do Crash Bandicoot 1 to start, and then we'll move on to 2 and 3. Trinity Trinity says, by the way, what about that game that was promised in the Mario Brothers stream live stream? Okay, so the game that he's referring to, I believe, is Dinky Rumples. That's a Dinky Rumples collab episode with Beta 64. Dude, you know, when I made that promise, I wasn't hurting as bad, but now I'm like hurting really bad. And so like my priorities now are like doing really popular games to like kind of help me out. You know what I mean? Like I hate that my content's being driven in that direction, and for that reason. But like I'm trying my best to stay afloat here, you know. I'm on a sinking ship, and I'm trying my best to get the biggest bucket to scoop the water out, essentially. And Dinky Rumples would definitely be the smallest bucket. It would be a thimble getting into that boat and tossing water out. So that's why I haven't done it yet. But Dinky Rumples is an episode I would love to do, just because I have a good sense of humor about things, and I would just, if I could just do it and not have to worry about food, I would absolutely do Dinky Rumples. So it's still in the back of my mind, and when I become in a comfortable place, I will do it. But like I said earlier, it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm not like a Pro Jared type YouTube channel. The views on my videos are completely driven by how interested people are in the games, not the channel. So like I said, like how Pro Jared, and I don't know why I keep going back to Pro Jared, it could be like JonTron or Peanut Butter Gamer or whatever. They can all cover whatever game they feel like, and people go there to see Peanut Butter Gamer, JonTron, The Completionist, yeah, whatever. But for me, if I do an episode on Chrono Trigger or Dinky Rumples, it's gonna be a hurt. That episode's gonna hurt. Like that week's gonna hurt. Is what I'm trying to get at. Sad X fan says, "Are you hyped for Mario Odyssey? And will you boundary break it?" There's two questions now, like that I kind of want to read, but really quick, I'm super excited for Super Mario Odyssey. I think it looks really great. I think I do think that whole like mixing the cartoon worlds with real life worlds thing is weird. I don't appreciate that. I never liked it in Sonic Adventure, and I don't really like it here. I mean, I'm giving it a pass because it's Mario. What? Flynn Underwood. Thank you, dude. Oh my god. $300 donation says, "Just wanted to say I absolutely love Boundary Break and would donate more to help you stay afloat if I could. Keep being awesome." Dude, thank you so much, dude. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But oh my, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. But please, like, you know, me telling you guys how things are going, don't look at that as like, you know, me asking for cash, especially something like that. I do really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But, you know, jeez, I'm not good at accepting. Can you tell I'm not good at accepting generosity like that? What was I saying? Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. What was I saying? What was the question that I had before? Now I'm totally like thrown off my game here. All right, we're gonna move on to the other question that I read. Someone said, "What are my thoughts on JonTron?" I think that JonTron's a very talented person. I think JonTron makes his own decisions, and he knows the consequences of those decisions, and he's perfectly comfortable with that. And I know that there's a lot of people that are really upset about how, you know, news syndications and other related media are reacting to JonTron. Honestly, I think if you were able to have a sit-down conversation with JonTron and ask him did you think this was going to happen when you started being very vocal about politics and philosophies on life? He probably would answer yes, and he's like, I just don't care. I honest to God think that he would give you that answer. So, what's my thoughts? At the end of it all, he still has really incredibly entertaining videos. He's just one of the most entertaining YouTubers I've ever seen in my life. And regardless of how he feels about things, I just disassociate that. That's all I do. And I know what a real scumbag is in life. A real scumbag would hurt somebody physically, would do something illegal, and have no remorse about it. Or other things of that nature. Things that it's just black and white, you did something wrong. And I don't think that JonTron falls into that category. I think you can disagree with a lot of things, or you may agree with some of his things. But, that's just life. Everybody has different opinions about things. And I think I don't expect everybody in the world to see the world as I do, but the way I see the world is you got to respect other people's thoughts and beliefs. That's it. You don't have to agree with anything that anybody says, but in my mind, I allow them to say whatever they want to say. That's all. And by the way, I should also state this, that if people want to be vocal about what JonTron says, another thing too is that, and I'm not backpedaling at all, that this is just my personal view, is that I respect every person's view on life, regardless of how much I disagree with it. However, when you get vocal about what you think about things, you're opening yourself up to a conversation and also losing respect from people. And again, I don't expect anybody to have the same views as me, but that's how I see it. Like, if you incite a reaction, then that's you're just gonna have to live with that consequence. Please be real. The shades I'm wearing are killing you. Where do I want to go, guys? Jeremy Zorek says, "Did you get a play button?" It's weird, dude. So like the whole idea of like a play button is that YouTube respects you, and like they want to give you a sign that they want to help congratulate you on 100,000 subscribers. But the way that they do it is you have to like submit a form and be like, hey, I'm here to apply for my reward from you, which is a little silly. But I did submit that, and I should be getting it soon. And I'll probably boundary break my own silver play button once I get it. Check out the mountain model outside the Temple of Time. So I would, dude, but the problem is that it's trapped behind a texture that's stuck to the screen. So you can see a silhouette of it, but I can't show you the actual green mountain that is actually there. Someone says, how does one boundary break a silver play button? Well, first of all, you break into it, and you see what's inside. The temples. All right, let's do it. I don't know. Okay, let's try to do this. A, up, left, right, left, right. A, up, left, right, left, right. Game over, Jesse. What's going on, dude? He was around like when I was a really small guy. He said, "It's crazy how fast your channel has grown. I remember when you had 10,000 and we were doing discussions almost weekly. It's amazing to see how well you've done." Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for helping me out when I was a small guy. It was fun doing the discussions. Chug the rest of that Red Bull. Honestly, like, I don't think it would hurt me to do that because, like, it's so diluted at this point. Oh, jeez, I gotta get out of this area. I'm gonna get hurt. This is entertaining, right, folks? Just watching me drink some Red Bull. Sippy, sippy. Ah, it's good. Later, Victor. Zero Red says, "Are you good friends with Kamina?" Is that Hideki Kamina? If so, not at all. When I was doing the Beautiful Joe episode, I tried to get a hold of him just to see if... Oh, no. No! Running out of disk space. Ugh. Hold on, you guys. Oh, actually, you know what? That might just be my way of saying I have to end the stream. Ugh. I gotta end it because it's just I'm gonna run out of disk space on my computer. I need to afford more disk space. That's really something I gotta invest in because this is a consistent issue. But I know, it's happening again. Well, I mean, like, I can't. Let me delete some stuff real quick. That'll help. Project. Streams. Where's the streams? Don't cross the streams. Can I delete you? Oh, of course, because it's constant. It's being active right now. We got 2 hours of video right there that cannot be deleted. Ugh. Gah. Yeah. I'm out of luck. I have to, like, stop the stream just to delete that thing. Get a teraflop drive? Dude, I'd love one. I have, like, 2 terabytes, technically. Two 1 terabyte hard drives. And, of course, I can't, like, just move that file over to that, you know. Stop and start. Alright, I'll do that really quick, okay? I'm going to stop the stream for 2 seconds so that we can have a little more fun. How about that? How about that? Alright. I'll be right back. And I'm back. No, it's not rest in peace, bro. We're back. You'll see. You gotta catch up to me. Excuse me. Whew. That did the trick. I already showed everyone what was underneath Zoro's Domain in the actual Ocarina of Time episode. But one thing that we can do here that people really love is zoom outs. People can't get enough. Get in first person. There you go. Don't know why you'd want that so bad. Because it doesn't... Like, if I get in first person and I can get an angle where I can see everything, then you're going to see everything. But see how he's not, like, looking over here? You gotta look that way, and then they'll remove the culling. But then the culling's on this side. Oh, look at the tunnel. Woo! Look at the length of that tunnel. People are saying wireframe a lot. Why? What? People are saying wireframe quite a bit. All right, well, how do I do wireframe? Is there a button press I can do for that? Anybody know? Forget it. I'll just, yeah. All right, fine. Fine, I'll go into it. I know how to do it, guys. Come on. I just wanted to do a button press for it so I didn't have to break the immersion. Here's wireframe mode, you fellers. Y'all like it so much. The stuff that is like off of the map, that's the HUD. That's like the hearts, the rupees, the items that are equipped. That's what those little lines are. Here is the actual map. Look how many polygons there are on a doorknob. Like, compared to everything else. It's insane. Wow, technology! Get out of town! Here's Lunk. Lunk in his wireframe mode. Back in the day when he was part of the fighting polygon team. No. In Melee, there was a wireframe. Them graphics. But alright. You got it. You got your wireframe. I don't know why you guys were so excited about that, but I did it. Super effects. Yeah. No joke. Why is there a Q in the title? There's a Q in the title? So Jose says, I want a Breath of the Wild ringtone. What the heck would that even be? Just like ambiance? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Huh. There's a platform that goes over into what looks like it should be a doorway. I'm sure this happens in the game. And if I look up, I can see more of this room. Ew. Ew. There you go. That's really cool. Oh, did Master Sword say something? I was just thinking about him. That's so weird. Oh, there's Neuropatty. What's up, dude? Oh, Master Sword says, if you really want that remix, DM me later and maybe we may work something out. Dude, I do want that. Let's talk. Why we gotta talk about it one-on-one? Why can't everybody, like, if you got a secret to share, share it with everybody. We're all family here. No, but seriously, I would love... Dude, that's a dream come true for me. I love your work, by the way. I mean, like, at the end of it all, that's all that really matters. I love your work. But yeah, I would definitely do a DM. And I would, like I said on Twitter, too, I would probably share it the way that I did with my interview with Mike, Proto Mike, which is I would do a small preview on my channel, and then the full video would be on your channel. Because, I mean, if I put the full song on my channel, there's no incentive to go check it out on yours. Which, at the end of the day, that's what should really matter, is that people check you out because your content's really good. And again, to people that just showed up to the chat, Master Sword makes game remixes, or song remixes to some of his favorite YouTubers, and he's got stuff like Peanut Butter Gamer, Chadtronic, some other guy. There's some other one that he just exposed me to. Never heard of them before, but he just did one recently for a group that I've never even heard of. But again, he does a wide variety of YouTubers, and then takes what they say and turns it into a song. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, I definitely recommend checking him out. Yeah, he does a lot of Chadtronic ones, because Chad's all over the place. He goes crazy, and it makes for a good song. I'll say this: Chadtronic is really good for remixes, song remixes, because all the smacking he does with his pillow and all that stuff makes great percussion. And you'll see that if you go to his channel and check out the song. It's really funny. What's up with all the numbers? Aaron! Aaron! Don't do that! Anybody got any questions? Anybody got some really interesting questions that would be fun to share on the stream? Oh, Ganon's Castle does not exist right now. Because, culling. Culling's a thing. One sec. We lost... What? Did we lose? We lost the stream? Oh no. Let me check this out, you guys. No, I'm still streaming on my end. It still says I'm live. Must have been just a... Yeah, it must have just been a bad connection for a little bit there. You want to see what culling looks like in real time? Check this out. If you look down, you lose the castle. If you look up, you get the castle. But then you have to hold it in place, and it's not fun. This is why it's better to have a friend who can, like, hold the controller for you while you're boundary breaking. But I don't have a lot of those. Ghost Jimmy is, right now, he's sitting inside of the ghost trap for Ghostbusters. He got caught, guys. Ghost Jimmy is a bad ghost. Mr. Culling is invincible. It's indeed true. Whoa. Do I have a best friend? Yeah, I do. There's like... I define a best friend as someone who's got your back no matter what. If if there's like a problem, like if you ever have a falling out, a good friend will forgive and forget, work things out, talk things out. And I have like probably 2 people in my life that are like that. A good friend also just, it's there, like they're there to have a good time, to have someone to talk to, you know? And believe it or not, when you get older, I don't know if like, it's weird, right? So like, my childhood friends have kind of got my back no matter what, it seems like. But the friends that I make later on in life, they're the ones that can kind of drop you on a dime, have no problem switching sides, like being your enemy one day and your friend the next. And those are the ones I don't consider my best friends. You know, those are just kind of like people that are interesting to hang out with, but they're not acting like friends in my mind. But I still have people in my life that are really good friends, ones that are just an absolute treat to hang out with. You can talk to them about anything, and you can trust the fact that they won't use that information against you, all that kind of stuff, all that great stuff that a good friend should do. So yeah, I'd say I still have a best friend, and then a second best friend. So I'll only say this one other time, because I know that it's been an hour and a half since I started this live stream, so a lot of new people might have come in at this point. I haven't had really a hard time reading any of the questions unless you guys can tell me otherwise. But if you need to get a hold of me and you feel like your question is not getting read in the chat, like I haven't noticed it, you can use Super Chat, which is right next to the emoji icon. You drop $1 and it'll send out a message that makes it easier for me to notice you and read it. But that being said, though, I do try my best to actually just read it off the chat and do it for free. But it looks like there just hasn't been a lot of questions lately. It's mostly, what's my favorite song in Ocarina of Time? My favorite song in Ocarina of Time is probably Bolero of Fire, I think. That one's really cool. I don't really like the Lost Woods theme. I know that a lot of people go absolutely gaga about it. Player2 just donated $2. He says, does Navi and Link have triangles? So I don't think Link does. And thank you for the donation, dude. I'm going to take a look inside of Link right now. Navi definitely doesn't. Navi is comprised of 2 textures. So she's not a 3D polygonal model. And I'll show you that in a second as well. But actually, Link has a red torso, which is kind of unusual. Usually you just see right through. But in this case, he actually has a textured red model for his waist. Inside of his head, there you can see that his earrings are full. They're not just half circles. They're full circles. And you, like I said, you know, when you look at them from the outside, it's hard to tell if they're half circles or not, or 3/4 circles. But when you go inside of his head, you can see the rings in full. They're actually clipped into his ears for the immersion. And inside his legs, there are nothing. Now, for Navi, of course, Navi's not affected by the Ocarina. Not only that, but she actually goes back into his body. That's great. The only thing in the world that's not affected by the time freeze. So Navi is, yeah, it's gonna be really hard to show you Navi. But Navi's just like a texture of wings that do this, and then it's just like a circle texture to represent her glowing body. Thank you for the question, by the way. Someone said you have to like Lost Woods. I don't. I think it's kind of an obnoxious song. I'm sorry. I know that everybody loves it, but I don't. I don't like it. I love the Hyrule Field song. I think that one's really good. Oh, Lon Lon Ranch is really good too. In fact, let's go to Lon Lon Ranch. How old am I? I'm 30. Do I have any tattoos? I don't. Would I get one? If I had a child and I had a couple years to decide if I love that child. That's a joke. I would probably put my child's name on my body. I feel like that's a very, very important thing in life. And you can keep that keepsake, that dedication to family with you at all times. I find that to be a strong bond. However, putting like a Nest tattoo on me, it just feels silly. You know, I'm a huge fan of video games, obviously. I think that's very clear. But first of all, I just want to say that anybody who has video game tattoos or anything, that's not exactly how I see tattoos. Totally fine, man. It's your body. You do what you want with it. But the way I see it is like, it needs to be way too significant for me to ever put something permanently inked on my body. That's how I see it. I know some people just do it because it looks cool, you know? It's like, I just want a sleeve. And I need to think of... I almost not used naughty language there. And I'll put anything on there to just make a sleeve of tattoos. I get that too, you know? But that's just not me. That's not the significance of tattoos to me. You know what I mean, dude? No Triforce on my back. I do have a girlfriend. So Mr. Lent just asked me if I had a girlfriend or a wife. I have a girlfriend that I've been dating for a couple of years. Let me get some daylight up in this. Here we go. Boundary break for two. I just combined two words there. I was trying to read out loud boundary break tattoo on your forehead, and I said for two. Get a fort two. There you go. That's a new word. Get a boundary break for two. Boundary break under your hat already. 1 million subscribers. I very deliberately started wearing the hat from the very beginning because I knew what the concept of the show was, which was satiating curiosities. And so the hat is a curiosity that will be satiated at a certain time. And the inspiration for that is Doug Walker and Stuttering Craig from Screw Attack. They both wear hats all the time, and I was always like, what's underneath the hat? What do their heads look like? So going into this, I kept that in the back of my mind. That's actually really cool. Look at this. There's like, oh, well, you can kind of see it without it. Hat origins. I got this hat from a friend. He actually owned the hat for a while. And I was like, that's a cool hat. I want to get one like it. And then he eventually bought a brand new beaver hat and gave me this hat. So, it has a lot of history, as you can probably tell. It's like very worn out. I did try buying a new hat, a new beaver hat, in case this one just got completely dilapidated. I'm looking to see if it's like nearby, but it's not. People hate it when I wear the new hat though, because it's not broken in. So like whenever I wear it, everybody that I hang out with always goes like, "Oh my god, that's the new hat, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like you should wear your old hat. So yeah, people like the weathered look of the hat. Someone's asking for the dog. Oh my god, look at the neck hair on this dude. How much you want to bet I forgot to shave and I have the same amount of neck hair? No, I think I did. I think I'm okay. But my god, look at that. That's a neck beard if I've ever seen one. Never noticed that before. Dude's a total neck beard. Huh. 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 What? Oh, you can kind of see the... Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Good. Good. We can actually show you some of these 3D modeled rooms. Rooms. Because people hate it when I say room. Helen asks, why did you choose... There's a lot of female gender in the chat this week. That's so... Now, I only say that... I mean, like, I welcome anybody. But, like, if you look at YouTube analytics, it shows you, like, what's the gender, what's your audience's gender, and it shows you a percent. And, like, the percentage of women who watch Boundary Break is now down to 7%. Out of a possible 100%. So it's like it's cool to see so many so many you know, people of the female variety in the chat today. But anyways, Helen, you asked me sorry. How did I choose the name She Says? So the way I chose the name was the original channel name was Pancake and Waffle. It was a boyfriend and girlfriend channel name. And then I broke up with that person. So I needed a rebrand. And there was a lot of considerations that I put into the episode. I'm sorry, the channel name. One of which was it had to be very easy to say, so it had to be 2 syllables. Another thing was, could it come up in everyday conversation? You know, like... If you say, he says that he's going to be there next week, you may say, she says that she can't come to the movies tonight. And then when you say that out loud, it can remind you of the channel. That was another reason. And then the final nail in the coffin was the channel was stifled a bit because of creative differences. Like, I wanted to put out videos whenever I had the passion to do it, but because it was a boyfriend-girlfriend channel, the girlfriend at the time wanted to put restrictions on what videos could be put out to balance out the content. You know, like, she wanted it to be like one-time girlfriend, one-time boyfriend, then a boyfriend-girlfriend, and then repeat the process so that it always was evened. But, you know, I wanted to put out videos more often than she did. And it created a conflict. So, like, when people asked me, like, hey, are you doing YouTube videos? And I was like, well, I can't, because she says that I can't do it until we put out this boyfriend-girlfriend one. And so that it became an inspiration. It's like a nod to the way the channel used to be, essentially. Antonio says, all right, man, I'm unsubbing. All right, Antonio. Wish you the best of luck, man. I hope you find some great content on YouTube. I don't know what I did to you, but good luck. Um, do a boundary break of your room. You know, I would, but you never know like what's in the room that could like be very dangerous to get out on the internet. And I mean that as in like there could be like a letter with my full name and address and everything on it, you know, or whatever, anything else that could be, you know, it could put me in hot water. And you know, oh, here we go. A good distraction. Authentic donated $2, and he says, "Hey there," she says, "Guess what I'm working on?" What? I don't know, dude. What are you working on? Feel free to tell me, and hopefully you don't have to donate more money to let me know. People keep saying I should boundary break real life itself. Huh. And you know what? I could. I was actually considering doing that for Disney World. I was gonna get like sneak in a drone camera and fly it around Disney World and like take it over to like Beast's Castle and show you how tiny it actually is and everything, but I just didn't have time. Would I ever do a boundary break on mods? I don't think I would. And the reason why I wouldn't do a boundary break on mods is because, again, I'm just not one of those YouTubers that can pull in an audience and have them watch whatever I feel like doing. It has to be something popularized. Otherwise, they won't click into it. Sad to say. And mods are something that it's not incredibly well known, you know? Like, you could type in Mario mod, I suppose, and, like, Space Hamster and Ant Dude will pop up and stuff like that, but you don't come to my channel for mods. You come to my channel for them boundary breaks of games that you've played since you were a kid or are playing currently. Someone asked me what happened to Kingdom Hearts. Just want to make sure that no one... Let me see if Authentic got back to me first. Someone asked me what happened to Kingdom Hearts, and so I'll break it down. Kingdom Hearts 1, not really possible. There's no first-person mode, I believe, and it uses an orbital camera. And when hackers try to make a free camera for a video game, it's easier when you can move the camera in any direction you want. Kingdom Hearts is not one of those games. It's kind of like stuck on an orb. It moves around down an orb space, and it messes up. Oh, jeez. 200 rubles. Thanks, dude. From Kyobqua, which I believe is Qdoba from the forums, the Discord app. He says, Boundary Break Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. There's a really nice free camera mod for that game. As far as I know, P.S. Wonder if you're going to call me Qdoba this time, too. Hey, guess what? I totally already did. And you are Qdoba to me. This man is Qdoba. Everyone in the chat refer to him as Qdoba. What was I saying? Was I? Oh, yeah, that's right. Kingdom Hearts. So anyways, Kingdom Hearts 1, not really possible unless there's like some really dedicated people. And it's just, I don't think I'm going to make enough fans out of Boundary Break who know how to do that sort of thing to make that accomplished. However, I did make a fan out of someone who can work by himself named Nekorum, and he's been trying to do Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, you guys might recall that I said, hey, I'll totally do Kingdom Hearts 2, though, because... not Qdoba. You're not a hacker, Qdoba. You're just a really nice fan. Nekorun says that he could do that, and then he showed me like a camera concept. And I was really excited about it. I jumped the gun and said, hey, we can do this. And then it turns out it doesn't really work that great, unfortunately. It doesn't get you into all the areas of the game that you want it to go to. So then Neko Run was like, oh, but if you go in the first person mode. Oh, dude. Okay. All right, I'm going to get to you in 1 second, Authentic. So he was like, if you go into first person mode in Kingdom Hearts 2, then you get a perfect free camera. And he was correct. It's a perfect free camera. You can take it any direction you want. And you can find just about anything you want. But the only problem is that camera only works for every single room that you program it for. And he's one man. So that's what happened. Was I was told that it would be possible. And it looked like it was possible. And then I told you all that it was possible. And then it turned out that there was a lot of restrictions involved. So, yeah. Sorry to say. I mean, like, it can still happen. It's just it's going to be a lot of work for one man, unfortunately. Anyways, Authentic donated another $2. And Authentic, dude, you're the man. You don't need to be donating me money. I need to be paying you money. Because he's making a Banjo-Tooie free camera. He's from Banjo's Backpack. At least I think he is. Authentic, go ahead and just tell the chat if you're from Banjo's Backpack or not. And, yeah, he's making me a Banjo-Tooie free camera, and it's already in working condition, but all he's doing is just improving it just a little bit more so that I can, like, flip on the light switch for the game and find things a lot easier. But he already has a working free camera, so Banjo-Tooie episode is going to happen before July, I assume. Oh, Super Stario's in the chat too. Oh my goodness. He says, good to know there's more infuriating games to hack than Spirit Tracks. Super Stario's also making a free cam hack for Spirit Tracks. And he's putting in so much freaking work for this game. It's insane. But trust me, I'm going to be putting it to good use if it does come out. And he's been keeping up with me and like giving me updates all the time. And for the record, we wouldn't have the Wild World episode of Animal Crossing if not for Super Stario. We wouldn't have some footage from Mario Kart DS for the Mario Kart Super episode if it weren't for Super Stario. So if you see Super Stario in the chat, give him a big thank you and tell him that he's the man. Yep, Authentic is from Banjo Backpack. Dude, you're the man, dude. He also, Authentic was trying to do... You and Super Stario could have a great conversation together because he was just trying to do the free cam hack for Pokemon Snap. Yeah, he was trying to make Pokemon Snap possible for all of you folks so that we can finally do a Pokemon Snap episode because I know that's probably the most highly requested Nintendo 64 game for my show, but there's a curse. There's a curse on that game for some reason. It's Hyrule Field. Thank you, Thomas Newton. Says for you guys to give this a thumbs up. Thumbs up does really help when I publish this video for other people to see later on, which it's going on for a really long time. I should probably stop now. It's 2 hours. I'm just having such a good time. Yeah, when I publish the video, if there's a lot of likes on it, if there's a lot of viewer retention, if there's a lot of people that popped in the live stream to say hello, that all adds up into views and likes for a YouTube algorithm to say, oh, hey, a lot of people really like this live stream. Maybe we should throw it onto some people's homepages to see if they like it too. So, you know, when you like it, it helps me out. Helps me out a great deal. Oh, yeah, and if you dislike it, feel free to hit the dislike button. It's okay. I'm not telling you to enjoy something. I'm not doing anything against anybody's will. Certainly, if you dislike it, please hit the dislike button because I don't need sympathy. Someone just asked if I can do Pokemon Snap out of bounds. No, it's impossible, man. It's a cursed game. It does not want to be boundary broken. Oh, that's cool. Someone just said they found my channel through Pokemon XD of all games, of all episodes. That's how they found my show, and it was in the recommendations. That's really interesting. 7 to 13. Nah, it's all good. What Dream 23 donated $5. Thanks, man. He says, I love your channel. Would donate more, but had to leave my graphic design job recently. Best of luck. No problems, dude. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. No problem, tree lighting. Dude, I'm shaving this beard. I'm saving the beard for one more outro, which will be for the Resident Evil 7 episode, airing Friday. And then after that, swoop, swoop, it's gone. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've been live streaming for a while. It's just, again, it's just been too much fun, I suppose. There was a lot to show you guys, and I'm having a good time. But I'm going to end it now. I'm going to end on a high note. Don't want to do this for too long and then just have my brain just turn to mush, you know? And then that's not fun for anybody. So, guys, I'm going to take off. If you have one more great question before I take off, I will answer it. However, if I don't read anything good, I'll just say goodbye. Whoa! 500 rubles. Again from Quidoba. Says, smash that like button, but what about the Kingdom Hearts episode? Is it ever going to be a thing? So, Quidoba, I'm going to be publishing this after I close it, and there is going to be an answer to that question in the published video. So, please be sure to check that out. Thank you for the donation, by the way. I really appreciate it, man. Okay, the last question. Slasher327 says, are you ever bringing back Game Tour? No, I probably won't be getting back to Game Tour. It's been repurposed into live streams, essentially, as you can see here. It's a lot better because I can answer questions. I can have fun while doing it. And it still has the same purpose as Game Tour. So, the idea of Game Tour was to have like quicker, faster content sent out to you guys, but it just didn't work. It still was work, and it was distracting me from the actual series of Boundary Break. So it didn't do what it was meant to do. So instead we got this, and I hope that you enjoy this all the same. And looks like that's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. And yeah, we'll do this again sometime. Maybe like I'll make this a 3-week schedule. I think a month's too long of a wait. But every 3 weeks I'll do a live stream so that I'm not bugging all the subscribers with constant live streams and all that stuff. But for all of you who joined me today, thank you very, very much. It means a lot to me. It keeps me company, and it's like having friends without having my friends here. Does that make sense? I just sound like a weirdo now. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Take care.